Hey everybody, and welcome to another ICBM how-to. In this video we are going to show how to craft a micro missile, or as it's actually called in game, a rocket. Now this is the smallest missile that you can construct at the current time being, and it's pretty much an RPG round. In order to craft it, you can open up an NEI and see all these recipes. You just need some sheet metal parts and some iron rods. You also need to craft a micro warhead in order for it to assemble, and you will need to put an explosive into the micro warhead for it to do anything, as well as a trigger. You do not need an engine at the time being for this, and you do not need guidance, as these are pretty much dud style missiles and they fire and they will hit the target. So let's go ahead and get to crafting. Now in order to craft, you're going to need iron, steel, some redstone, and a pressure plate for the warhead, and you need to make various parts here. The steel will be used to make plates, which can be made this way. You will also need to make some rivets. The steel will need to be cut into certain orientations. Here's how you get some sheets out of it, or wedges. These wedges will then need to be cut into fence. You will need to hammer a piece of sheet metal until it's curved. This does take a few different steps. It is a bit of a lengthy step, but automation down the road will eventually cut out most of the work for this process. Taking the final result out of this after you've hammered it a few times, add some rivets. This will get you your cylinder. With that, you just need to craft the rods. We will need 5 rods, and these can be crafted with some tools here. That'll get you your rods. You then need to just lay it out back into the recipe in which it's set up, and there you go, you get a missile. We'll then need to craft the warhead. The warhead will be crafted out of some basic 1/3 sheet. And then you will also need to take one of the cones that you made and then hammer it out as well. With this assembled, you just need to bring your pieces together. So 1/3 sheet, the cone, redstone at the bottom, and your pressure plate at the top. That'll bring up your warhead. So there you go, you get a warhead in your missile. In order to assemble the warhead into something usable, you just need to get any explosive you want to use. So grab some of these, and you will also need a trigger. Now I'm not going to really show how to craft these, as one, there's not recipes implemented for these in the current version. When they are fully implemented, recipes will be added, and the explosives all have their own recipes depending on what they are. In order to put these together, you will just need a warhead station. The warhead station's crafting recipes as follows: rods, plates, you will need a warhead itself, some motors, which have their own crafting recipe, and these can all be looked up inside of NEI or other tutorial videos. Go ahead and stick your explosive in the right side, triggers in the left side, and you place your warhead in here, and you hit craft. If this was a small missile standard or any other size of warhead, you can use the plus or minus to increase the warhead capacity. It will consume 1 impact sensor if it was actually implemented, and there you go. So that gives us our microwave thing. In order to put these together, you just have to go in here. It's a shapeless crafting recipe, does not matter where they are, and there you go, you got your missile. So that's what it takes to build this. You do not need a guidance system, and you do not need an engine if you're using the RPG. In the future, these may be required in order to do automated launching and various other things. But that's pretty much it.